Good morning, Cowboy Jim up here in Fort Mac. 8 o'clock in the morning, that's not bad. Got all my laundry in and getting her all tidied and so on like that. Start back to work on Wednesday morning, and I hope they put me on a hoe or a dozer or, well, even a packer, I guess. But nonetheless, 5 years plus running haul truck, and I kind of gotten to the place where, gee, I'd like to take a 670 hoe like last week and just make that thing sing. Oh my goodness, what a joy! I'll tell you what else is a joy. Had a comment on my YouTube channel from a lady called Pocahontas. Oh my goodness. If I ever meet that lady, I'll probably never in my entire life forget the joy of that. But anyways, she said something that was kind of a novel thing for me. She said that it's something about she would kind of I'm embarrassed to say it, kind of like meeting a celebrity or something like that. And I thought, gee whiz, I'm no celebrity, I guarantee you. But anyways, what an honor. I mean, what an honor to be able to sit here in front of this little laptop and hope it doesn't quit and in an untimely manner uh, and talk about the Creator, talk about something that's bigger than we ourselves. I, I go to work, and I just spill my heart out. Same thing I taught my grandson, Cole Martin. I said, anytime you step up to a microphone and you sing your heart out, and I said, don't leave a blessed thing uh, in reserve. Just spill every aspect of your heart, your soul, your spirit. And I said, people will recognize that. They'll those who are in the audience watching will recognize the fact that you hold them in esteem as I hold uh, you who occasion to listen to my stuff. And it's been a while since an atheist has just kind of carried on and on about my channel, and they have every right to do that. I don't mind really. I mean, gee, everybody likes to be appreciated a little bit, and every now and again, I have that honor. I I was at the Calgary Stampede and I was too hot out in the sun watching the timed events. I watched for about 3 hours, I think. And I finally, I thought, I have to find some place where there's some shade. And so I thought, I've never ever been in a rodeo, but I've had several rodeos. So you have no idea the number of times that I've been bucked off horses that were just green broke and hit the ground. Well, I don't roll as well as I used to, and so I'm kind of a wreck actually. But strangely enough, I don't feel a pain like a normal person should. I mean, I'm told. Uh, I've had surgeries and walked out and took a look at the prescription they gave me for pain meds, and I only like T3s anyways, and can't use T3s if you're running a truck or anything else in the mine. So I just quite often throw the prescription away. I don't bother, and I don't hurt like a normal person. Oh, hey, things of the heart. Hey, boy, let me tell you, those are big hurts, eh? But you recover. It just takes time. Seems like that's all we need is enough time to get our footing again, and the number of times that I've been uh, uh, bucked off or divorced out of a marriage, or I don't think I ever divorced either any of the three ladies that I'd married. I, I just believe, that you should be able to work things out. Like, what's wrong with taking a shot at it? And, but anyways, the old heart, it recovers. And, I have three sisters, and, eldest one, she's 13 months older than I am. She said, Jim, you're never going to get married again, are you? And I said, well, I should blessed well hope so. I mean, the fourth could be the charm. You never know. And until you try. Imagine if you occasion to meet someone who you were like-minded with, someone who didn't cut and run at the first sign of adversity and all that sort of junk. And I don't run much myself. I don't like walking, and I sure don't like running. Run my old Dodge truck or my last beautiful, beautiful horse. His name was Brown Boy. He got killed in an untimely manner by an untimely lady. But anyways, he sure was good while I had him. He never bucked me off once. Oh, he pretended he was going to do it one day, but I think he took sympathy on me a little bit of kindness he showed me there. The last couple of videos I've done, they were a direct result of having watched the stuff that the Rockefeller Foundation had put on YouTube or whatever, Google, and I watched that, and I am the most positive person you're probably ever going to meet, really, and they are not, shall we say, positive in their proclamations of what they think should happen, because they believe very strongly that there are too many people in the world and that many of them have to die off. Well, that's not funny. I mean, geez, Scripture says, go ye forth and multiply. Well, we sure have done that, eh? Hey, we Irish have set a good example of that. Let me tell you, really saying. But it is remarkable to me the grave seriousness of the day in which we're living. And I just put forth the idea that there is a creator, and and his son, and the Holy Spirit. It's called the Trinity. And I don't care what religion a person is. I truly don't. I had the privilege the other day of talking with a Muslim chap, And he and I, we just really got along. And he said, when children are conceived in the womb, they are Muslim. But when they come out, whatever type of religious belief system the parents have, that's what they bring them up in. But he said, everyone starts off as Muslim. Well, what do you say? I mean, idea is not to offend someone too badly, and so I just kind of, I suppose if you use that same benchmark criteria, then everybody when they're conceived in the womb is a conservative, a Republican down in the States. We have certain values. Well, the politicians don't implement them correctly, let me tell you, unless, well, Donald Trump does, a few of those guys. But, I mean, for the most part, you can hardly tell the difference between a conservative politician and a liberal politician, because they don't stand for anything. I don't stand for much myself. By that I mean I don't take much from people, but I know what to stand for. It's called righteousness. It's called honor. It's what my mom taught me. She taught me whatever you do. She called me Jimmy. Eh? People don't call me Jimmy. Okay, just for the record. But a few of my aunts and uncles used to. They've all passed. My dear mom has too, but she taught me, Jimmy, whatever you do, don't you dare ever be a coward. Don't you ever fear anything. And I behaved like that. I don't mean I was a coward. I mean, I have always acted fearless. And there's a reason for that. I've always lived my life in this manner, flat out, as hard as I could go, on the off chance that today could well be my last and final day. And so I want to be remembered for something that's bigger than me. I don't want to be remembered as being bigger than I am. I am just I am here, the way I am. But I want someone to, well, do as a giant black man. I was getting my computer junk lined up with a little lady from Syncrude, and she is trying to help me get my CBL started so I could qualify to run something else other than a truck. And a big man walked into the office, big man. And he and the lady talked at length. They both work for Syncrude. When he was done, I said, sir, is that accent of yours from Mississippi? And he said, you're really close. He said, no, it's the one south of Mississippi, maybe. I don't know. I'm not very good on U.S. geography. I know Montana and Wyoming and Texas and Florida, Louisiana, but his accent was something else. And so when he told me where, I said, what an honor for me to have the privilege of meeting you. And we talked very pleasantly for a couple of minutes. I said, I have a YouTube channel. He said, I know. I said, how do you know? Well, he says, I know you. And I said, but sir, we have never met. He said, no, we haven't. But he says, I know you. And I said, how? He said, well, I know you because you are the way that you are. I thought, I'm missing this. Like I'm missing something. And I said, but dear sir, I said, help me to understand. He said, I have heard about you, and I have heard about your YouTube channel. And I said, why is that? Like, how'd that happen? He said, because you are the way you are. And I thought, you gotta be kidding. And he said, you are exactly what I was told you would be like. And I thought, why would anyone ponder what and how I'm like, except something happens at work, and I'm walking through the crowd. I mean, I'm going from a 12-hour shift headed for the bus or walking in to start the day. And last week, a young man in his, not 30, he said, Mr. Jim. I said, oh, my brother. I said, how you doing, eh? And the day before, a pleasant guy who taught me how to run a haul truck about 6 years ago back at Fort Hills with North American. And he said, Jim. I said, my brother. He said, Jim, it's Herman. I said, Herman, you gotta be kidding. He said, I taught you how to run truck. I said, I really thank you. And here's the deal. Okay, here's the deal. It's not a popularity contest. This life, it isn't. But what it is an opportunity for you to make a difference in somebody's life. Just to see someone hurting. I remember the little Maggie girl at Thompson Brothers after she was harangued by a big girl. And the big girl was wrong. She picked on little Maggie and 60, 70 of us in the room. And I thought, I just headed towards a big girl saw me coming, and she got out of Dodge, headed for the woman's washroom. I got down on my knees because Maggie had fallen right. She just literally collapsed. She was just weeping her little heart out. I put my arm around her, got down on my knees. I took my hat off. I said, Maggie, can I pray for you, girl? Oh, she said, Jim, please pray for me. Hey, we may not be able to accomplish great and wonderful things in our lives, but we can show someone that we care. Show someone that God can love them today through you and I. All you have to do is choose. And in this world, there's no room for racism. I'm not in favor of that at all. I am in favor of saying, God bless you. God make his face to shine upon you. May his love fill you from within to without. May your life be full. May it be that you accomplish in this life that which you set out to do. And God bless and God keep you. I cannot put more feeling, more heart, more sincerity into anything more than I just did. So God bless you. God keep you. You remember, only you can determine your eternity, because you're going to live until you die, and only you and you alone will be able to determine an eternity in heaven, an eternity in hell. And it's merely by saying, God, forgive me. I accept Jesus Christ. His sacrifice on the cross for my sins. I'm sorry for having lived the way I have. Help me to be what you want me to be. And your name will be written down in the Lamb's Book of Life. It's your choice. No one can choose for you. Doesn't matter what religion you are. It doesn't. It matters who and what you are and what you have allowed God to touch in your heart, in your soul, in your spirit. Jesus said, if you love me, love those who are made in his image. How can you say you love God and hate someone? Can't. Okay, I'm over. I'm sorry.